What are you bringing to the party?
Finance IT.
Finance and IT? I can't really think what that is. Is that cash points? I've always liked swearing. I'm a big fan of swearing, especially sort of middle-class, polite swearing, the sort of swearing parents do in front of the kids to pretend they don't swear. Terms like effing. We all know it means fucking, but it's a nicer way of saying it, isn't it? I've got a story about this. I was at a wedding with my friend Craig. He's Scottish. He swears a lot. Actually, I don't need to say both of those things. Anyway, we're all suited and booted at this very posh wedding on our very best behaviour. He leans across the table. He says, "Pardon my French." I thought we're in trouble here. I happen to know you don't speak French. You barely speak English. He says, "Pardon my French, but we all know Paul is an effing..." As if that's the bit of the sentence that needed cleaning up there. I tell you what I think we're shit at as a nation. I think we're terrible at languages. Would you agree with that? I think the British are terrible at languages, and I think that's why at one stage we had an empire. I think our arrogance got us an empire, because we got sailing ships and we went off around the world trying to buy stuff to bring back to show off. That's what you do on your holidays. We arrived on the shores of a foreign land, we got out the boat and we said, "I'd like to buy some spices, please." I'm getting nothing here, Jeremy. Say it a bit louder. Right you are. "I'd like to buy some spices, please." Still nothing. "Well, I'll fetch the muskets, we'll build a railway, in 200 years they get them a call centre." Very much an abridged version of empire, but that's what happened. I've got another story about how bad we are at languages. I was doing a bit of material last year about the rioting all over Paris. French people rioting, it's funny. "Oh, quick, Pierre, they have a water cannon. If we're not careful, we'll be washed." And I wanted to check I hadn't offended anyone, so I said, "Are there any French people in?" Someone shouted, "Si, senor." I thought, that's a new kind of stupid. Because it's Spanish. Whereabouts are you from, sir?
Work.
You're from New York. What are you doing over here? Do you mind me asking?
Transfer for work. I'm an angel man.
You do something... You moved here for work?
Yeah.
What sort of work do you do? I mean, I'm not suggesting I need to see your papers, but... What are you bringing to the party?
Finance IT.
Finance and IT? I can't really think what that is. Is that cash points? Hang on, you're looking at ATMs. It's our language, you fucking ruined it. Yeah, next time you have a fight with someone, stop getting us involved. You're getting blamed for everything. Go on, you can...
If it weren't for us, we'd be speaking German.
Sorry, if it wasn't for you, we'd be speaking German. How little do you know about our language abilities? There's no way we'd have picked it up in 60 years. One area of life where comedy lets me down all the time is greeting cards. I love sending cards to people, but I can never think of anything funny to write in them. So I thought, well, I'm a professional comedian, I'll sit down and give it some time and some effort, come up with some things you could put in cards. So, it might help out next time you're in that spot. Life is pain, misery and suffering, an inevitable march towards death. Happy 5th birthday, Kate. By the time you read the end of this sentence, you'll have forgotten the first half, but what the hell, have a great 87th, Grandma. Office cards are difficult, leaving cards especially. You know when you have to all sign it, everyone in the office? What do you write, especially if you don't know the person? Obviously it doesn't matter because you're never going to see the fucker again, so... Here's what I'd recommend. We never really had a chance to get to know one another, but I've always noticed you in the office and I just have a feeling we'd get on together. How about a drink sometime, maybe dinner, who knows where it might lead. Good luck with the baby. Obviously, the worst kind of card you can come across in everyday life is the whip-round card. It's a fucking nightmare. A big envelope comes around, a bit of change in the bottom. Who starts it? No one likes. I've got a theory. It's the person who the whip round is for. It's a whip round for Jimmy. Thought you were Jimmy. No. Here's what I think you should write in the next whip round card. You don't know me, but I got bullied into putting £5 in your collection because I didn't have any change and people were watching. So fuck you. For what it's worth, this is my favourite thing that I've ever written in a card. No one wants to die alone, tied up in a shed, having been tortured for days. So be my Valentine. Anonymity is key to the success of that. Valentine's is easy. All you need to do is get a card with a couple of hearts on it and go for the traditional message. I tend to go for the really old-fashioned sentiment. I love you. There, I said it. Now, will you please let me do you up the bum? That started a conversation. Great. Valentine's is weird, isn't it? Because it's the one day of the year where you get anonymous mail from a stranger saying, I'd like to fuck you. And you go, aww. Any other day, that's stalking. And I found that out the hard way. Get well soon. Get well soon cards are difficult because it says it all on the front, doesn't it? Get well soon. That's all you want to say. So, what do you write inside? Here's what I'd suggest. Or your wife will start looking elsewhere. Motivation. What about when get well soon is not appropriate? Yeah? I've got a friend, he's quite seriously ill. Getting well soon would be miraculous. Getting well at all, we're told, is a long shot. But there was nothing for me in the card shop. I had to make my own card in the end. I went with Die with Dignity. He's a funny guy. I think he'll see the funny side. And if he doesn't, it's not as if I have to avoid him for long. World's best dad. If you want to see your kids again, leave £10,000 in the bins round the back of Dixon's. Congratulations on your results. Negative, who'd have thought? Good luck in your exam. I'm sure it's benign. I know you think that's offensive, but it's not when you compare it to this. I know nothing's happened yet. It's a card. On the front there is a girl throwing her hair back, clearly having a brilliant time. She's 16. It just says, you're 16. And then inside I've written, but it's still our little secret. Lots of love, Dad. Congratulations, you're 18. Stone, nearly at your target weight. Hello, I'm Jimmy Carr, and that was an old clip of me. That happened in the past when I was funny. I'm still funny now. Come and see me live on tour. Join in. IRL. Yeah, kids.